in Christ. We want to talk about a video we just saw of this government worker, right? Phil Scott had the video, and I was watching him. But she said that 90% of the people coming across the border down south are disrespectful. They're acting entitled, and she's saying she wonder why, they don't stay at home and demand substance. Because she said, well, okay, I didn't tell, you probably have to see the video, but I'm trying to explain it. She said she works as a Spanish interpreter for the government. And she says she has seen with her own eyes these migrants that come over. Joe Biden's bringing them over, right? They're getting, the ones that he let in, he's giving them, resources, food stamps, a check, food stamps, a check, and all the assistance they need, any of the assistance. The Social Security number so they can vote, right? Citizenship, he's doing all that right off the bat. He said it ain't a regular Social Security. She said it's not a regular Social Security number. Some of you people seen the video. It's not a regular Social Security number. He's providing them with citizenship right off the bat. As soon as the ones he let in. Now we see a lot of the ones, he's sending some back. Now those are the more dark-skinned ones. Well, anyway, this interpreter said when they call her to find out, that, to inquire about how long it's going to take them to receive their stuff in the mail and everything, that they are really very, very rude. That's where she said the entitlement, the idea of entitlement comes in at. Because she said they call and they're very rude to her. They say stuff like, "Where is my money? Where's my check? Where's my food stamps?" She said they cuss her out. She said they cuss her out, man. Waiting on this. She say they cuss her out. They use profanity and you better help me, you're supposed to help me, and blah, blah, cuss, whatever, you know how people do. So they feel like the Americans, the United States, owe them something. Now, she said, and then she said, well, I don't see why they don't go home and treat the people at home like that. She said, because she said, I've got indigenous roots too. She said, I've got indigenous roots too. So in other words, it sounded like she was talking about the people that's doing the disrespect. They are saying the Americans owe them something because they are Americans. And I guess they're saying like America never paid them. The reparations, they're talking reparation talk, like, you see, you owe us this, that's why they're busting across the border, because they feel, and they feel like they're entitled to what was taken from them, right? Now, I know I titled the video, the Tares, gathering of the Tares, and we know the Tares are going to be burned up, put in the fire. But as I think about it, it could be that a lot of these people have heard, because like I said, it's 200. They claim that it's over 200. I did the research. Well, I Googled it. How many people, Afro, or whatever, Venezuelans or whatever. I did all the Israelite chart where the people were. I Googled and asked how many Afro people were down there. And like 200, almost 300 million people claiming to be descendants from the slaves that was brought over down there. They think they were brought there from Africa. Now, we know that can't be true, right? They can't be brought there from Africa because that would make them the Judites. They would have to cease to be the Northern Kingdom, right? Because we know the Northern Kingdom, we all believe that the Northern Kingdom came over here on their own before the Babylonian captivity, right? Or somewhere before there, or right around there. After the Syrians let them go. And they were here, they've been here before Columbus and the colonizing of the Europeans started, not the Europeans, but the Caucasians. 700 and 1,000 years, yeah, 1900 years. That's well enough time for the Northern Kingdom to turn black, to come back black, come back to themselves again. That's well enough. That's more than enough time. So we know that the Northern Kingdom did not turn pale before the Syrian captivity. A lot of people say that was the Edomites. The Syrians are the Edomites, right? I think I heard that somewhere. I haven't done my research on that, but I took the person's word. I think it was gorilla then. So we might have to check up behind them. But they had plenty enough time to turn back to their original, to turn back to their original bloodline. To the majority of the people to be restored. The offspring should have been, the offspring should have been Israelites, because they knew the law. They came to keep the law. They came over here so they could keep the law originally given to them by Moses. So that was one of the things. You can't have a baby by strangers. You can't give your daughters to strangers. So I'm sure when they came over here, they didn't keep, if the strangers came. I don't think the strangers came. Now, if you ask me, it didn't say the strangers came. The Bible didn't say the strangers came. You got to ask me. We can just read it. The strangers did not come over here with them. The only people it mentions in 2nd Ezra, I think, the 13th chapter, is the Northern Kingdom. It didn't say and some strangers. And I'm sure the Most High would have thought that to be important, because he told us about the Tare in Matthew 13. Christ told us about the tares. That's after Christ, though. He said men slept. And what he was talking about, the confusion of bloodlines. People that, it was going to be a group of people that all look alike, almost the same color. They moved from their different color shades of brown to all like they like to say Middle Eastern color. That in between tan, in between a very light tan and pale and Spanish skin, no melanin, right? Very little melanin pigmentation. So we know that this is the group of people that Christ was talking about. And not only that, there would be some people I don't think he was like Obama, people like that claim to be a part of our group, but have no mother nor father, white mother, African father, right? Those are Tares you can see. You notice the Tare, right? I'm driving, going down here and see what the Jehovah's Witness are, see if they still out here. We did a lot of work the last 5 or 6 years, trying to convince them that they were a cult and they were going to be, it's going to be dealt with when the Most High come back for misleading our people for the false religion. So now would be probably the first time back here in a couple of years. And going to go back down here and see if they have a different opinion on what the world looks like now that all of this stuff is happening. Israelites have been revealed. We've been revealed. That's just it, man. No, you can't. Everybody knows that we claim to be the Israelites, and we're taking our identity back. We just take it back. You just say how you take it back. We don't have to ask them who can we be. We know who our moms and dads and ancestors. We know who our moms and dads said we were. They were trying to get us to say we were Africans, right? That didn't happen. That didn't happen to my dad and the people coming right out of slavery, the people that was actually near slavery. I mean, near the chains, and the children did not grow up teaching their children that they were African from Africa. That just didn't happen. That only happened with during the 1800s. So we should have at least 15, 16, 17, at least have, what's that, 100 years? What's it? 100 years? 100 years? Yeah, 100 years. We should at least have 100 years of stories that our ancestors should have told us. We should be well established as Africans in our psyche. We wouldn't have lost our identity. We wouldn't have been the people. We can't be the people who have been cut out from the heritage and at the same time we know we came from Africa. It can't be. We can't be Africans, because that way we wouldn't be cut off from our heritage. We look at the culture of Africans, we can see the culture. We was cut off. We wasn't cut off if we know who we are. You see what I mean? There's no way we could be cut off from our heritage, Jeremiah 17:4, if we know who we are. So we can't be Africans. We can't be Canaanites. We can't be Hamites. We can't be Hamites. That's Ham's descendants. We're Shemites, because we are the only people who was prophesied that we will lose our identity and go into slavery for a curse. Now, all of the other people, none of the other nations are keeping the law. So they can't be the Israelites, because they are not under a curse. And they are not keeping the law. So they can't be under the obligation of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob to obey the commandments of the Most High. They can't be the people. It's just not possible. Right? It don't make sense. It's not fulfilling the prophecy for anybody else to claim to be the Israelites, because they don't fit the prophecies, right? Okay? I should put that right there. That should be right. Prophecies. So we got to be the Israelites. But my thing with the Tares are, like the lady, the government agent said that at least 80 to 90% of these people that she see every day are very disrespectful, and not only that, they present themselves like they are better than the people in this land. They have no respect. She said, and even the people in the hotels that let them come in, when it's time for them to leave, she said they can't get them to leave. She said it's happening all over the country, wherever they are. They're rude and unruly, and they feel like, they don't have to they don't have to respect any of the people of this land, especially if you're Mexican, if you're Hispanic, Mexican, black. They don't give you they are set here not to give you no respect. If they pick you to be a citizen, you got to be a citizen that only respects white supremacy, white people, the white population. This is what the government is setting these people up for. Now, those people that will agree with that, to disrespect the other people, God's chosen people, that I'm claiming they the Tare. They are the Tare. Because you will know them by the fruit they bear. You'll know a tree by the fruit they bear. Jesus wasn't just giving us those parables for no reason at all. He said you'll know the Israelites and the people of God, because all Israelites ain't saved either, right? 2/3 of us. So either they are the 2/3, the 80%, she said, disrespectful. Now, does that make them the 2/3? No. But kind of does. Because that's the same attitude our own people. Okay. Unruly and disrespectful. That's the way of the 2/3. Right? That's the way of the 2/3. They have no godly conscience. So they could be the 2/3 or they could be the Tare. Those light. He, uh, Christ wants you. In other words, people that will be living with you, they'll be living with you in poverty with you, right? The Tare is with the weak. So gorilla, Hebrew, just because of just because of people, just because we have people living with us that are suffering under the curse, don't mean that they are the Israelites. Now, come on. If I'm wrong, break it down. Just because the people with us that are under the curse are living in poverty, don't mean that they are the Israelites. They could be the Tare. I said it. He left them among us. Why? To deceive us. Esau left them among us to deceive us. And It's to the Most High. Yeah, I have to make sure. Okay, so the Tare, just because you're in poverty, just because you're in captivity with us, don't mean that you're the wheat. The Tare will be Esau's bastard children living among us in poverty and in captivity, right? Okay, that's a revelation right there. I'm glad I put this live on here because that was a revelation. Because they used to get us, they was getting us with that. All of the northern kingdom, pale face, they are pale like a cake unturned, and proof is that they are the northern kingdom and they are Israelites. Would be that they're in captivity and in poverty. The whole world's in captivity under the wicked. Trust me. The whole world is in captivity under the wicked. And who would be the rulers of the wicked today? The rulers of the captivity would be Esau and the Edomites. And Amashiach, Yahweh was warning us that these people would be in place for white supremacy, for the wicked, right? These people are in place for the wicked. So let's see. They're not done. Okay. So the Most High is gathering up the Tare for the fire. He got them here. He's bringing them here. They're coming here, right? This is the main land that those nukes are going to hit. This is the main land where the 2/3 will be uh destroyed. This is kind of like the main uh this is Babylon. Yeah, this is Babylon. So yeah. We not getting many. I don't understand what's happening here. It seems like it's cutting off. Seems like the live is cutting off. Let's see if I can turn this camera around. Yeah, there we go. Downtown Indianapolis. Downtown Indianapolis. Live downtown Indianapolis. All right. Gathering up the Tare for the fire. Gathering up the Tare for the fire. In a way, I guess that is the wheat and the tare. Gathering up the wheat and the tare for the lake of fire. Right here, it's gonna happen right here in Babylon. Mystery Babylon, right? Okay. So that's the topic. That's what we're going with. Trying to build on that. Let's, okay. Downtown Indianapolis. This is what we up against here. This is Esau's. This is Esau's paradise. This is Esau's paradise, right? Just changing lanes and ain't even paying attention. So tell me what you think. Is the gorilla right? Of Nate and his partner, Yasha, Yafat. What's the other? It was three of them that started the school, started IUIC. Well, anyway, it used to be Deacon Yasaf. He used to be Deacon Yasaf. Right? But anyway, I saw him and Nate downtown by themselves in New York doing a video, and they were claiming, they were saying that they were out teaching. They were showing, they're giving their mission statement. We out here teaching to show the the blacks and the black, Hispanic, and Native American Negro start coming out in different cities. They got the wrong impression, and I guess Nate and them never did change it. Kind of, they didn't want to count nobody out. They just left it like that. That's okay. That's all right. Leave it like that, because the Most High, He'll sort them out. Because if the Northern Kingdom come, they say, "Hey, I know I'm Northern Kingdom by the Spirit. I believe this. I believe these prophecies. I believe I'm. Hey, man, I'm not. You can't tell them that they can't, that they don't know what they're talking about, right? You can't tell them that because they feel you can't look at their blood type and see whether they're Israelites or not, right? So you gotta let every man make his own decision to decide who he is. He check out his ancestors, his relatives. He check out Bible prophecy. He check out the history. Here they are, right here. Oh, there they are. Where can I park at? There they are, right there. Oh man, I got to park somewhere because they can't just sit down here. They can't just sit down here and post up. They hiding. These are the sisters too. These are some sisters. I don't have nothing. Yes, I do. Credit card. I can use that to put money in the meter. Wow. I can just slide in here somewhere. Cause there they are. They posted up. Posted up. Don't look like I'm gonna be able to get to them today. Let's go. I got to see these. I got to come back over here because I think they'll talk. I'm pretty sure they will talk. Two sisters. And I used to feel kind of guilty about putting the sisters on the black people, so-called black Israelites on Front Street. But that's not actually what I'm doing. Actually, what we are doing is pulling them out of the fire, right? We're snatching them away from the fire. That's what we supposed to be doing. All praises to the Most High. Think about that. And if anybody got any comments or can help us out with the comments, I ain't gonna be able to do it. Man, I ain't gonna be able to get to them. Ain't nowhere to park down here. Nowhere to park down here. So I'll keep going. We'll keep going with the live. I know how to come down here early. I know where they post up at now. Those were two, a young sister and a middle-aged sister. Black. So-called black folks. So man, I'm downtown here. I'm like, this live is gonna be all messed up. This live is all messed up. I hope I got some out. Some of it went through. Let's see. Man, they just something, man. Just the revelation just came to me that all people in captivity and in slavery are not our people, right? Because let me tell you something, Moab and Ammon, they are in captivity. They are in captivity under Chinese and Japanese. They are not our people. They in captivity under Chinese and Japanese, not our people. Get on this highway, get back here and go cook these collard greens. They are not our people. Let me see who else. We got Ishmael. I don't think Ishmael, he ain't got no problem. I don't think he have no problem with his dark skinned relatives. Let me see, Japhet, which would be the Hawaiians, they don't have any problem with their dark skinned people. You know, they pretty easygoing people anyway. Japhet, get out here and get on this highway and get going out here. But anyway, what do you think about that? We've been misled. They had us believing that we can kind of believe that all these Northern Kingdom people, light-skinned people, they claim to be Spanish. They claim to be Spanish. They don't claim. You never hear them say anything about their Negroid heritage. They don't. Actually, they try to forget about that. They don't. They hide that. They don't want that in remembrance. They don't want. I don't know. They might love their grandma and stuff like that, but it probably can't be too many of them around. It can't be too many people that even connect with their too many of the Northern Kingdom that so-called Northern Kingdom. They're in the land with the Northern Kingdom. They are in the land with the Northern Kingdom, but they are Edomites, right? They're Edomites, and I'm pretty sure a lot of them that of the heritage They might have the melanin in their skin, Negroid features, but basically all the Tare. If you have a Edomite and an African or a uh, black Shemite, if you have them uh, have offspring together, then the Tare gonna all look alike. They gonna have the same color, the same grade of hair. Actually, that's not true because a lot when they start keeping the race better, making the race better. In other words, they stop marrying and stop getting in relationships and having babies with their Negroid descendants, right? Or their Negroid race. They have nothing to do. They're very rude to us, like that woman. She was Spanish, and she was Spanish working for the government. The government trusted her to, you know, interpret what these people were saying. And so she had to be one of their trusty confidants. She had to be somebody they trusted with their white supremacy. And she said they were rude to her, but they knew she was Spanish. You could tell she still had the what do you call it, Latino. She had the Latino accent, but in her mind, they act like she owed them something. She didn't owe them nothing. She said, I got Negroid descendants too. You can't come up here acting like that toward me. So in other words, they know that this country owe the Negroid something that's down there. They know that they was moved off of their land. That's Bible prophecy said that's wrong. That's Bible prophecy. When they move you off of your land, Bible said that's wrong too. That's wrong. So that's wrong. That's wrong. When they move you off your land, that's wrong, man. That's just like kidnapping. Yeah, that is kidnapping. Stealing a man. Whosoever stealeth the man, right? And he be found in his hand. So America, not only America, but all these other nations that have us, that claim government, claim the land. See, that's the worst thing that the Edomites could have done was uh, took claim of everything. To say everything belonged to us now. That's the worst thing they could do. And then their their relatives, their people. Man, I got off on the wrong. I should have got off right there. Their people support the government. So that prophecy of them all being deleted after 1,000 years, they cursed themselves with that by saying we control the world. So that means they stole us wherever we were. And all their race members participated in every land, right? They participated in every land, our demise, genocide, captivity. Look, this dude, I guess he couldn't see them combs in them big trucks, and he started trying to get back in that land when he passed in that lane over there when he passed that first whatever truck. He tried to get in that lane and knocked all them combs down. The thing wasn't an accident because the semi truck accident, semi truck accident. So yeah, Esau, get back over here now. Esau did himself a disservice actually when he claimed the earth to be his. So that means he's responsible. Him and his race who support him is responsible for all the rape, robbery, kidnapped, that they did to who are scattered all over the earth. They are responsible. So the penalty, you know what the penalty is, Isaiah 14 and 21, Revelations, having ear let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity must be taken into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. That's Bible prophecy. That's only right. What do you think should happen to what? Let me tell you something. And all the Israelites know, and you and everybody else, we can kind of figure out every nation that had us in captivity, they have been put in captivity already by the Edomites, the last nations who rule the earth. So all those other nations, the Hamites, the Ishmaelites, uh, Japhites, they are all in captivity now. The Hamites, you running your thing, you doing your thing down there. But none of the Israelites are in government. But these other people, they're in captivity under the governments. Because for one, the government, they're supposed to get their power from the people. They're not supposed to be telling the people what they can do and what they can't do. They don't have that. They took that by gunpoint. They said, well, we're going to take the decision making out of the hands of the people, and we're going to do what's best for us to keep us in power as governors of the earth. That's what they did, man. All right. So yeah, that's what happened. And now we see the result. 25, I think 30 through 30, and then 35 through 38. It talks about the wheat and the tare. Jesus was warning us of these last times, what's going to happen to us. We know he warned 70 AD, and then he's warning us of what the weapons that the people were going to be using against us. They're going to use people. The weapon is enchantment. They got a lot of weapons, man. These are the weapons of Satan warfare. Don't be ignorant. So this is one of the weapons is the tare, mingling among us, and but then at the same time being against us. Mingling among us, acting like they have, which they do, but they think they're better than us because they know they're Esau's bastard children. But will they say that? No. They're coming over claiming their ancestors' rights because Esau don't have no right to the land, but he has a right to the government. If the government, he to make the government feel bad, y'all know we your children. You know I'm your child. You don't want to bother with me because you know I'm illegitimate. They're illegitimate children. Edomites illegitimate children with the enemy. They only they only had those seeds. They only cop for the pleasure of having whatever pleasure. But on the political side, they will have allies among us. And And the thing about the wicked, they all of the same bloodline. They all of the same nature and character, right? They are all of the same nature and character. They are wicked. They lie. They have no godly conscience. So that's how it does them a great service to have their offspring among us, because they know their offspring is going to be selfish, right? They won't have love for us because uh, they can. Esau always will always hate Jacob, a perpetual hate for us. So it does them a service to have their offspring among us. And whenever they want their offspring to go against us, they just raise them up on a pedestal above us. And they automatically understand what their job is. Just because they see what white supremacy do. That's the cohesiveness, the glue that holds white supremacy together is their egocentrism and you know, and the way their mind is made. The wicked, they are liars. They don't want to hear the truth. They start lying when they're babies. They think they have to lie. They think it's all right to lie if they have to lie to keep uh from being discovered, right? To keep from being discovered by the Israelites and the army that God is creating. Not creating, but He's bringing back together. He's already created us, but He's bringing us back together as a people. And they fear the army of the Most High because they know that they are pure wickedness, and the Most High, He's not about to tolerate them. He's going to destroy all of the wicked, and they are pure wickedness, right? So they know that their fate is destruction. Get this mailbox. All praises, all praises to the Most High. Back home. Okay, all right. All praises to the Most High. So we back here again. We're gonna end this live. We're gonna end this live. Hopefully somebody will get the message and take and run with it. Because you know the Israelites, the guys, the girls, the people, the Christians, none of them, they don't like me. they don't like me. I'm not a church. I'm not a church. And I don't follow suit well. I only follow the Most High. Even when I was a Christian pastor, Christian preacher, co-pastors and whatever, I didn't get along because I always believed we should pattern ourselves after the laws that the Most High gave to the Israelites to keep. And there's all kind of wickedness in the church, and I never was I never was for that because I needed the Most High in my life to deliver me from everything that I was in, right? Everything that had overtaken me and my family, all the curses and all of that, man. Black people were messed up coming out of slavery. All kind of sin. They had us in all kind of wickedness. They had us doing it. They had us doing all kind of wickedness. We were destroyed. So we are recovering now. But you have to make up your mind to keep the laws and commandments of God to be healed. You can't be healed physically, spiritually, mentally until you unless it is with the Most High's mind, thinking, his thinking. And that's something that the matrix and this society, they understand that. That's why they do everything to keep our minds off of God. They set us up to do everything. They present things out here, the glamour. Paul said, demons have forsaken me. The glamour, the lights, uh, the American dream keeps people from following the Most High's laws. And so the Most High is destroying that now. He's destroying them. So therefore, that matrix, that system, that grind, eugenics, uh, they're set up. The systems are set up to hold our people in darkness is being destroyed. And that way, the Most High is coming and bringing in his Christ. And the Bible said that he comes with a brightness. So he's shining light on darkness, the brightness of his coming. When he comes, light is shining on everything. You get a flashlight, you don't want to cut your lights on in the house. You get your flashlight, you go around, you're looking for something in another room. You go in, you look in the basement, you shine that light all around, and everything's dark till that light hit it. And then when that light hit it, it's exposed. Light shine in darkness, and the darkness comprehended not. Right? Overtake it, overthrow it. Power, comprehend it. Look up that word comprehend it. Darkness can't comprehend light. It can't understand it. And it can't overpower light. Now your light might not be big enough to light the whole room up, but whatever you shine directly on, you're gonna expose, right? I got this grocery in here. I gotta go in here in the garage. I was gonna park outside. I had to go in here and get this grocery out. All right. So yeah, all praises to the Most High. We consider this a good day. We took care of some charity work and ran some errands for some people, and we're back here. We're back here once again. All praises to the Most High, and we just hope that this can be helpful to someone. All praises to the Most High.